Adding a new vehicle into EasyCars. Go to the Add Vehicle button, go to the registration number, you can use the tab key to manoeuvre through the fields to make it a little bit easier than using your mouse. Type in your registration expiry date, your make, model, year and variant, okay. This pop-up window here is your glasses guide, so you choose the vehicle that it is. So either it could be the 5-door hatchback or a 4-door sedan, auto or manual, so you select that vehicle. And you can see that a lot of information has been populated here. So we'll move over to the colour and trim, and then your engine number. VIN number, so this will warn me that I haven't got 17 characters in there, so we just ignore that for the moment. That's a good warning for you. The built date's always a month and a year. Compliance date, if that's the same, you can press the F2 button on the keyboard and that will populate the built date in that same field. If it is different, again, you can just type over the top. So we'll move down to, you can see all the information has been populated here, so we can move down to the odometer reading. The odometer is what's displayed on the odometer at the moment. The distance is what you believe it's actually travelled, so maybe if the dash has been replaced or anything like that, you can put in a different distance over here. You see down here on the left you've got commercial exempt, so if it is a commercial vehicle or something that's over the luxury car tax, you can tick this box and it will print out a different type of form. And the rest of this information you don't need to fill in at the moment. On your keyboard you'll notice that there's a page down button. That'll take you to your next available screen. This is where all the advertising information is generated. So on the left you've got your glasses standard extras. They're all the extras that came with that car when it was built. And these are some optional extras that could have been put with the car as well. You can put more extras in. So if you right click in this field and hit add extras, another list will be populated here. So you can just select whatever extras you want to put in there and hit add selected. You've got up here your car history reports. So when you do your car history reports, you can put in the information of your certificates and your PPSR certificate numbers and everything there. If the vehicle was marked on a written off register, you simply tick this box here and it'll print out a different type of form again. Down here you've got your description, so this is what will get advertised with that vehicle on all your different advertising sites. If you don't have that information right now, you can fill all of this out later, it's not a problem. So we'll press the page down button again. That'll take us to our acquisition tab. The acquisition tab is where you put in all the details of who you've bought the car from and when you purchased it. So we'll just put in today's date. How acquired. So you've got purchase, trade-in or consignment. In this case we'll do a purchase car. We move down to our acquired from. So if you acquired the vehicle from a private person, you'll put their first name here and their surname here. If you did acquire it just from a company, you just type in the company name in here. If you did add in a name that's not in the list, it will populate a message that will say, do you want to add this name to the lookup list? You can say yes or no. If it's somebody you're going to use regularly, always answer yes. These options here, you've got tax invoice provided, awaiting tax invoice, no ITC and non-registered. These are very important for your BAS report. You've got your tax invoice provided is if you've received the tax invoice. Awaiting tax invoice is if you're still waiting for it. No ITC is like a war veteran or a charity, and a non-registered person is a private person. In this case, we'll choose a tax invoice provided. You can also enter your salesman down here. So we'll hit page down again. Okay, this has moved us to the costing tab. This is where you enter in your consideration given, so how much you pay for the car. So that goes in here. So we'll say we paid $12,000 for the car. The over allowance, that's for if it's a trade-in. Lot load fund, so if you wanted to charge any extra additional fees to that vehicle, so for electricity, maintenance, things like that can be added here. There is an option to put a default lot load fund on, so it goes to every vehicle. Your warranty allowance, and you'll see your total cost down here. Over on the left, you've got your advertised selling price. That's a price that will go into the window of the car on the forms. So we'll put this one on for $15,990. You can list a special price on the vehicle. You don't have to. It's only for advertising purposes. You could also put an estimated expense amount over here. Again, that's not compulsory. You don't have to put that in. So upon completing that, if we hit the page down button, it would take us back to the start, so you'll know that you're finished with adding in that vehicle. So just simply hit save. And then it's going to ask us a question whether we want to print out the form, so we can say yes or no to that. I will say no, and we can print forms in a later video.